Hey, there's a danger when your most powerful voices in community are shamed to silence. What does that do for you? That's trouble in America. I'm going to talk about it tonight. Hey, beautiful people. Welcome to Monday Now, where truth stands taller than gossip, love runs deeper than fear, and the voices this world's tried to erase gets resurrected through clarity, courage, and conviction. Well, tonight I bring you something raw, not tabloid, not clickbait, not performance, but truth. Because there is a fire raging through the black community. It's a quiet fire, fueled by shame, betrayal, and silence. And if we don't talk about it, that fire will burn through every pulpit, every platform, every promise we've ever made to our sons and to our daughters. Let me begin here. There is a systematic, targeted effort, both historic and present, to cancel the powerful black male voice, especially when that voice dares to carry what some still shamingly label a proclivity, a problem, or something difficult or wrong. And I know this intimately, not from headlines, but from my own life. We're talking about truth. We're talking about exposure. We're talking about the price men pay just for existing outside the boxes society has built for us to fit in. Well, let's name it. Let's talk about Bishop Eddie Long. Well, it's been so long ago and news passes so fast that we probably don't even remember. He started this outing process with preachers, a builder, a giant in the black church. But beneath the robes and the riches, he was a man wrestling with himself in a system that gave him no grace, no space, no pathway towards healing. It wasn't an intimate relationship or the intimacy that destroyed him. It was the fear, the secrecy, the betrayal by those who once kissed his ring, now only to stab him in his heart when his truth threatened their own comforts. I had a chance to speak with one of the young men who brought charges and allegations, etc., and he told me, not for show, not for press, just in conversation, that he was never once harmed. He was protected, he was provided for, but when it got too hot in the kitchen, when exposure threatened the institution, when lawsuits began to come and allegations come, he ran. Justice was not the goal. The goal was spectacle, shame, collapse. Let me be absolutely clear. There is no excuse for harm, for coercion, for abuse, none. But there's a dangerous difference between accountability and assassination. I'm going to bring up another modern day name right now, in real time, Bishop T.D. Jakes. Yeah, I said the name. You don't need to be a prophet to see what's been veiled in plain sight for decades. But because of our deep-rooted church traditions, he, like so many others, were forced to preach one thing while privately living or desiring another, to condemn what he could not yet confess. I don't know if that was his whole story, but you know the tea. To march against the very truth, like Bishop Long did, he likely carried in his own soul, as we saw. I want to know, what if instead of shame, they had chosen truth, both of them? What if they had stood in the gap, not as closeted casualties of doctrine, but as bridge builders between generations? I wish they had stood. I've had to stand, and I'm standing now. My hope is that they could have stood shoulder to shoulder with our black, what they call queer sons and daughters, and said, you are not alone. Dude, how deep could that have been? What power? And now, here come the Martin Luther King files, not to tell the truth, but to desecrate a legacy. Make no mistake, this isn't journalism. It's an ancient strategy to assassinate black male leaders just before they fly. They want to kill the witness again. They did it to Bayard Rustin, to Langston Hughes, to James Baldwin, to Medgar Evers, and to Malcolm X, just to name a few. And now they're trying to do it with Barack Hussein Obama, because a brilliant, confident, loving black man is still America's greatest threat. And let's name one more truth. There's a reason so many of us whisper these names, not because they're guilty, but because we've been taught that even to speak them is to invite trouble. My people, we've been bullied into silence, trained like children to leave that alone, conditioned to protect reputations that never protected us. But I'm here to say we must say the names that they told us to bury, not to idolize, not to demonize, but to tell the full, hard, holy truth, because silence has never saved us. It has only kept us in chains. Hey, y'all, this system isn't new. It's not new. It's not accidental. This is the playbook. You want to destroy a people? Start with their prophets. Discredit their preachers. Mock their manhood. Banish their brilliance. And now, in the era of hashtags and headlines, black men are presumed guilty before they're even accused. Let me say this with no stutter. I want you to know this. There is evil in this world. There are predators who must be stopped. Wolves do exist. But not every flaw is a felony. Not every failure is a disqualification. And not every black man with a past should be condemned to permanent exile. Listen, if we throw away every imperfect black man, there will be no one left in the public square to fight for our future. You better believe it. To my brothers, same gender loving, same sex inclined, questioning, closeted, or walking in full light, you aren't a mistake. You are not the enemy. You do not have to perform for pulpits that were never built for your freedom. You don't have to die in silence to be forgiven. You don't have to disappear to be defined. You belong. To my community, listen. Stop demonizing men that God is still shaping. Stop replacing grace with gossip. Stop sacrificing our prophets on the altar of public image. And to the systems, religious, political, cultural, that still manipulate the narrative, we see you. We are not confused. We are not leaving. This is Mondané Now. This is an unsettling force. And this is the place where truth rises, where healing begins, where legacy is not buried but reborn. Until next time, I want you to stand tall, speak up, love strong. I'm Reverend E.D. Mondané, and this is Mondané Now.